Welcome to the 90th Minute Whistle podcast. I'm your host, Mario. I'm here with my co-host.
Hello. Interesting day in the world of sports and football. Um, the weekend or Champions League draw? Which one?
I didn't want to start with the Champions League draw because we didn't want to say something specific. Eventually, sports on days like these,
Mm-hmm.
you feel like eventually a sports book with a FanDuel, DraftKings, what do you mean? The countless of them in Europe, like Bet365, Paddy Power, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like you can bet on the Champions League draw. If they're not in
Really?
that already. Yeah, if they're not in that already. Feel like I can start bet on the Champions League draw. Like thinking about the redrawn today. Like it just bring me to
Yeah,
like
you're okay,
fantasy
man.
mode.
Like, what if people that lose some money today for the redraw,
Hey, if you're a Chelsea fan and you pick little fights, you're in some money to
So I see a lot of persons that's going on about, oh, we're going to get Bayern and Bayern this and Bayern that. And I'm like, okay, Bayern ain't the only team in there, but anyways.
what's up about Bayern?
No, like a lot of persons were worried about getting Bayern, and I'm like, okay, Bayern ain't the only team in the draw. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
we can get
that's the
Bayern, but we
only
can
team that's the
also
only team
get
that
somebody
anybody
else.
think they're hurt to.
I think if you're a big team, you shouldn't fear other big teams.
No. Let me think the other side. I think that realistic, even if you're not fearing someone, if you're looking at things realistically, who's the team that has the talent or can even match your intensity in play that can actually beat us in the game? Really, it's Bayern.
Yes, that is true.
Because we know how to beat every other team. PSG would have used individual brilliance, and we have literally two starting. If their front four can't get it together on the day, and even if them front four get it together on the day, we can throw waves of 11 that.
That's it. You might win over one leg, but you might not take it over two legs.
Yeah. No, but and even in just one game, like PSG cannot make five substitutions because eventually it would lead to them weakening their team. There's no substitution that they can make that add to their team if they get honest. If you take off anybody from that front four, you're weakening your team somehow. So let's say that their best midfield is Messi, Verratti, Wijnaldum,
Mhm.
Di Maria and Neymar. I'm sorry, Di Maria and Neymar. And let's say that Mbappe.
Yeah.
You take off anybody right there, so you're automatically weakening the team. Now, granted, Paredes is a good player. He's not Verratti. And Herrera is a good player. Not Wijnaldum. He's not Wijnaldum. So no matter like you're not adding is what I'm saying. Like if Chelsea take off ZH, you bring on Pulisic. You take off Mount, you bring on Kai Havertz, or you start Kai Havertz, or isn't it? Yeah, bring on Timo Werner, who should be a starter in all fairness.
So quality in depth to win it over two legs,
Yeah, like
which is not basically this size a Champions League final.
exactly. So even if their front four has its best day, we have six attackers that we can throw at them. We have three midfields. If you look at it like Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic and Saul, Barkley and Loftus.
Yeah, Saul is been awful.
No, I'm just saying in terms of options. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that necessarily. I know that some people form that have been not at the best. Is Saul first time at a club like Chelsea. Not only that, like playing at this pace and intensity. We've seen, like I said, we've seen Spanish players struggle at first. Now we've seen some Spanish players come to Chelsea and hit it off instantly. But
Yep.
we see some strugglers.
Cover stitch. Hit it off instantly.
So like we have strength in depth where their depth isn't really that. They're not that deep. Draxler, I still like Draxler as a good player, but at the same time, I know that Draxler, much like I saw, he's isn't even in form right now. Because again, you can be on the bench and coming off on the score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And assisting. But it's not even like Draxler is on form. So, and when are Arsenal going to smart up and make that signing?
Make what signing?
The Draxler signing.
If Jackson tell the same one play, him want play fast now.
No, I'm talking like when they still close to the top four. Like they were always
Yes,
running for him.
so on this. So now they are now a mid-table team. I feel like I'm gonna go leave PSG play for a mid-table team.
You want to play football? Not playing football at PSG.
I think he's happy being a sub because one, he's getting more money at PSG.
Yeah, but it's not like you're a regular, so but it's not like he's like a super sub. I see them run our free more than him.
Does it really matter though?
It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm just trying
Okay,
to
then.
draw. No, I'm just trying to draw out the podcast. I'm really that much problem. But yeah, in terms of like the Champions League, there's no real threat to Chelsea but Bayern. And again, I still think Chelsea can throw waves at Bayern. Where if Bayern starting 11 doesn't get it right, now granted, Bayern starting 11 is different than saying PSG's front four. PSG doesn't have a starting 11 that can get it done. They have a front four and maybe two midfielders. But Bayern have a squad. Bayern have depth, but Chelsea's depth to me is like quality depth. Bayern's depth is all right. Musiala might have a good day if he come on. Choupo-Moting might surprise somebody from the day. Coleman might, surprise somebody from the day. But like Chelsea's strength in depth is quality. Like may I bring on somebody of equal quality or of, you get what I say?
Mm-hmm.
Or of somewhat close to equal quality. So let's say that Lewandowski need to come off in the first day. Let's say pick up on one first day, right?
Yeah.
Choupo-Moting is not Lewandowski.
No, he's not.
But when him game can still score a goal, he's still a goal for it.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm not saying he's a scrub, but I'm saying he's still not Lewandowski. Chelsea is taking off like Mount or Ziyech and bringing on Kai Havertz or Christian Pulisic. That's quality for quality. Werner might not be hitting the strikes that he's been hitting at that he was hitting at Leipzig, but much like the Torres Drogba 2012 team, we could still depend on the Drogbas and Anelkas to score week in, week out, even though we wanted Torres to take over in the squad. But Torres scored when it was important. Werner seems to score when it's important. And we still have Lukaku if we want if we need somebody to score on a consistent basis. So it's like quality for quality. And taking off a starting 11 player and bringing on a starting 11 player. That's the difference to me for Chelsea. And the last team that had that type of depth was Zidane's Real Madrid, and they won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Their bench won them the La Liga title. All their starting 11 to focus on winning the Champions League. So the last team that had the type of depth that's why I was telling you that Chelsea has the best chance of anybody in Europe, and right now the best opportunity to have a 3-peat. Mm-hmm. And there was a question I wanted to ask you. How long does Hazard's contract last?
I think he has 2 more years on it.
2 more years, right?
which is why I think they want to sell him.
No, all right. We just want to clarify something. At the end of this season,
I think at the end
right?
of this season he has 2 years left.
Or at the end of this season, he has 2 years.
Yeah.
Has he been playing for Madrid at all this year?
He's been fit, just not been playing.
I know that Vinicius owned that one wing and Asensio owned the next wing. Benzema up
Yeah,
top.
Carlos has left him on the bench. He's been fit. This is actually very different to other years, where he's just been injured. In this, he's been fit, but they haven't been playing him.
And then we have Rodrigo and Vasquez come off of the from the wings. And then have Goodians come on. And you have Jovic and Goodians come on as forwards. Renier gone up on loan? Renier. Brazilian attacking midfielder.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna try remember. I think he is unknown.
Because I remember he was at Dortmund last year, right?
Yeah, he was at Dortmund last year.
Yeah, so that would be a second attacking. That would be an attacking midfielder. I'm not fed up all here. All right, but the reason why I did bring that up, the reason why I brought up Hazard's contract situation is, you remember Anima Pisco saying me, right?
Yeah.
Pisco Valverde.
I'll bench.
No, man, there's a reason why I'm just trying to clarify. The reason why I didn't bring up that is, you remember when them send Bale on loan to Tottenham?
Yeah.
Give me a percentage chance of Madrid doing the same for Hazard.
Very high. I'm telling you, they want him off. They want him off the books.
No, but in terms of a loan.
No, I think they want to sell him, which is
no,
why
I know that they want.
I don't think they're going to loan him.
No,
they're
I know
not going
that
to do a loan because they want like 30 to 40 mil for him.
No, I get that. I get that.
No, the chances of a loan is very, very unlikely. They want a sale, not a loan.
I get that. But like I said, when they've always wanted to sell Bale.
Yeah, but Bale was different, you see me. Bale refused to go. That was a difference.
That's true.
I think Hazard is very open to leaving. A matter of fact, sources very close to him have stated that as much, that if Chelsea come in with an offer, he's very open to coming back home. And Madrid is very, very open to taking him.
I get all of that. But the reason why I brought up a loan deal here is because I didn't want to start the thing. Especially a second time. I didn't Madrid get how much Madrid did pay me?
130 million.
We just never want to pay for it.
Yes, sir?
We just never want to fucking pay for it.
No, sir, we have to pay for you if you want it back.
No. All I mean is that, or even immediate. Because, for example, let's say that we have him on loan until the end of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get back on form. And we win all the trophy and winning for this, right? And we win back the Champions League, right?
Yeah.
Because if you get back Hazard in all three, there's no trophy now.
At the very least, we win the league.
No. There's no very least here. So if we get Hazard back in the you know much top class players who can actually play in the League Cup, in the FA Cup. Just to keep.
Yeah, but that's if Hazard comes back at his best, which there's a very high chance that we can make it work.
No, like I say, but
we got a 36-year-old Drogba scoring on the way to a league title. So
no, but Leon, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm not worried about Hazard's form because the squad is so deep that I'm not worried about that. What I never want to do is spend money and not get like the best Hazard. Because here's the thing, even if Hazard doesn't play at his best, if we get him on loan first, at least till the end of the season, at least if we get him on loan first, we can one see if it would have end up work before we actually spend money on him. Like let's say we get him for loan and we have the option to make it permanent for the end of the summer. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that's a possibility.
No, but that's what I said. Like, we never want to have to spend the money until we're sure say it's gonna work. And even if it doesn't work on the loan, right? You walk with me?
No, walking there.
Yeah. Even if it doesn't work out and it end up poor, you just need to have enough appearances in the squad to get me that. Because I still think Chelsea can win all of everything this year with the squad that we have now because of the depth that we have.
Yeah, but you see the problem, and I think we saw that at the weekend. Having depth is okay, but having depth when nobody is playing well is not okay.
Yeah, but like I said, that's
because a lot of players are off form right now. So even though we have all this, even though we have all this depth, we are scraped through. We're scraping through.
Yeah, but Leon, here's a good thing about that. We still are scraped through with the fact that we have depth. If we go on a run and start to get form, right? Who is stopping this team? So yeah, the problem is that we're not playing at our best right now. But that problem is easier to fix than not having depth. You get what I'm saying?
Let me get what you're saying.
Like, that's a fixable problem. Where at all? Maybe some players need to rest a little bit again. I understand say Saul your first time in England. Like, we've seen Spanish players struggle at first. Again, there's some who hit it off instantly, but we've seen some that struggle because they need to get used to the climate, they need to get used to the pace of the league. So I don't think Saul is necessarily playing badly. I just don't think he's used to the pace of the league and all of that. So I do think even by the end of the season, we might see a better Saul.
That's if Tuchel don't send him back in January.
And that would have fine either way. You got me and say like that's what I'm saying.
Because to be fair and honest with you,
yeah.
Right? With the injuries that we've had in midfield, we would have been better served having Billy Gilmore than having Saul right now. Because the reason why Georgina has to be playing through pain, right? Playing while injured and all of that is because Saul, I know Saul is a good player, but the one he has been playing in center midfield for the longest while at Atletico. So not only does he have to get back used to playing in the center midfield, he has to also be doing that in the Premier League in a team that is challenging for the title.
Exactly.
And you don't have
the time.
And you're not being played alongside. Like Kovacic was played in our midfield three, where he was able to get used to the pace of the Premier. And he had Kanté alongside, he had Jorginho alongside. So he had a good functioning midfield. Granted, it took him and Jorginho some time to get
on the same page.
On the same page, but Sarri system protected them a lot. No, Tuchel's using a double pivot.
Yeah.
Right? And it's when one half of the pivot, you're going to get exposed. And like I said, I know Saul is a good player. I've always liked Saul. I've always liked his style of play. And I always think he was a very good midfielder to have. Right? But coming into the Premier League, this is why I think like he would have been best served being at Barca, right? No, I think you were very right on that, than coming to Chelsea, because adapting to the pace of the Premier League is very difficult. And it takes some players one entire year.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's good that it's a loan league. And that's why I'm saying that it's, even though it's I agree with the fact that like you don't have the time, but it's the same thing I'm saying with the Hazard situation. I'm going to show you the parallels. Even if the loan is a failure, it's not that bad. Right? So, for example, let's say that Saul is adjusting to the pace of the Premier League that way. Then, cool, let's just use him in the League Cup against smaller teams. Of course, if we end up come down to a final with a big team or that like with a top team, but at least throughout the cup, we can make him play in the League Cup. FA.
Well, he's basically what Tuchel has been doing, you know, and playing
Yeah,
at
that's what I
left
said.
wing back the other day, in playing, you know, the little small cups them, because
Yeah,
it helps him to get used to the league. You can't get used to the league if you're not playing.
exactly. But again, even if the loan doesn't work out, and we do not keep him as a permanent, yeah, it would not matter. We only need him for this year. That's what I'm gonna say. Like Loftus Cheek, even if our second midfield tier, let's say that Georgina and Kante are first choice, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that Loftus Cheek and Kovacic are the second choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that. That's still a lot of strength in them. And then now we can use Barkley and Saul as a third choice midfield. Let them play the League Cup until we get to close to the finals. Then we'll have to put our starting 11.
That's true.
But the reason why I brought up the Hazard thing is that with how Madrid has treated Hazard's injuries,
Mm-hmm.
I am
Yeah,
afraid
we
that
probably more feel like it's like you said, Magic doctors recommending to stop playing football and he fly down
overall,
London and them and see me right now. So
yeah, but no, like I said, I do think he'd still be I do think he'll be healthy at Chelsea. But I'm thinking with everything that has happened at
Chelsea
Madrid so
doctors
far,
know how to best deal with Hazard. They
Chelsea
dealt with
doctors
him for
know to deal with a
7 years.
lot of players. Just
That is
overall,
true.
they're just an overall better medical staff. One of the best medical staff in Europe, if not the best medical staff in
Because we
Europe.
use a lot of like you study sports science, so you know that they use a lot of different a lot of stuff that I don't know how you even call it, but they know when a player is entering the red zone, when his conditioning is dropping. To me, it's like when I'm playing FM and I can see the player's stamina and
Yeah, but
fitness
we
levels.
do have those. We do have those things like that. Why think they were the thing they were?
Oh,
I
that
think
little thing in training. They
yeah, why think yeah, the back
yeah,
of it is actually a thing. I actually wanted to buy one personally, but they just started manufacturing them for personal use.
for
Um,
general usage.
yeah, like you used to have to literally have a team, or you can't at all.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, man, I'm looking at it and I said to myself that right now,
So what you think? What is so you think all of the managers agree for sports bras for no reason?
no,
There's a
like
thing. There's a
I
thing at the
know
back of the
that this
spine.
checks their vitals, right? I know it checks their vitals.
No, it checks a lot. It checks a lot. And then you have to remember Adidas used to have the track the my coach in the boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the my coach ball where you can track like the power and all that. There's like trust me. Think they have heat sensors on other training ground.
See the heat sensors.
Yeah, like most clubs have heat sensors at the training ground.
When did heat sensor from?
Meaning that like I can see when your temperature reaches a point where all right, we need to make up there, chill.
Holy
Not
shit.
impossible.
Seriously?
Yeah. No, of course, you have freak accidents like when Dembele faint at Atletico Madrid training. But yeah,
Yeah, well, you
your
can't
blood,
control that.
you think that your blood oxygen level, your water level, like oh yo, the player, the obvious, even though the player don't might not want to say dehydrated, because they have players who don't want to look like them on the weak link in the team.
Mm-hmm.
A trainer cannot monitor and say, yo, call over them better for me. Name someone. When I like invite, when I like when invite.
You like how him look.
Yeah, like sometimes a player might want to tough it out, and you have to be like the person say, yo, coach, call over that. Like, before you start the next game, call over when they
Well, I think a lot of persons think the physios just sit there chillaxing in the medical room. Hmm? They're out there in training as well.
yeah, they have to monitor a lot of things. And in this age of sports science where everything can be tracked,
Mm-hmm.
you should be tracking everything because the moment a player faint and nobody knows the answers,
Mm-hmm.
that entire medical staff is responsible because we have the technology, so there's no excuse.
Well said, Chelsea's well. We already know that Roman spares no expenses. when it comes
Oh
on
no, you're
to
not worried about that, Chelsea.
the training ground. We know
A Barca Madrid now worried.
they said them look like them a cut back on the medical team money.
And it's so strange because
I find
Spain
it
was a
weird, yeah,
place
because back in the day, people used to send players to
Barca.
Barcelona to get injuries treated. I remember when Santi Cazorla had his injuries, is Barcelona, I'm going to do him surgery and get back fit and playing. And now Dembele was sent to Germany the last time to sort out his muscle injuries. But we're not surprised because De Jong had to get his personal trainer from Ajax to come to Barca. So
or else he wouldn't even be a fit player. But Thomas Muller said it. It's not that they don't have the technical players.
They lack the intensity, yes.
But that comes from training.
You know, it's funny, a lot of persons look at Muller and saying, oh, he's being disrespectful
he's
and
not,
yada, yada,
he's
yada.
not.
And
no,
etc. etc. I'm like,
he's telling
it's Muller call a speed.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
They lack the intensity. And Roma did it to them, Liverpool did it to them, and Bayern did it to them 3 times. They lack the intensity to keep up. You don't, having the technical abilities are perfect. Having the tactical abilities are perfect. But you want to know what made Guardiola's team so good? It's not because they could keep the ball 24/7.
As soon as them lose it, them get it back.
They were able to win back the ball immediately if they lost the ball. They were able to run hard, fast. Like, man, they never stopped running after the ball. They never stopped running.
But yeah, like I'm saying, I brought this up because I want to get your opinion on if Chelsea was to sign Hazard, I would prefer for it to be not just let's not just flirt on 30 million or 28 million and just getting back just because of that. Because again, let's say that for example, let's say that he doesn't, even if he's fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that we still don't get a Premier Eden Hazard, right?
Yeah.
The club has already moved on well without him. Like I said, we don't need him. Do I want him at the club? Yes, but we don't need him.
The club has moved on to, but I don't think we have fully moved on because there's a lot of matches where we have dropped points. If we had a Hazard, we win.
But that's where our
because Hazard provides that X factor, that stardust.
No, but Leon,
and we don't have that.
No, but Leon, that's why you spend a 200 million. Sorry, not 200. 100 million on a Kai Havertz.
Yeah, but Kai is good, but Kai right now doesn't bring that X factor, that stardust.
No, but Leon. No, but Leon. That's the thing.
Let's even West Ham, right? We lost to West Ham recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did Hazard do to West Ham when he was last in the Premier League?
No, but Leon, here's what I'm saying.
He scored arguably one of his best goals in our Chelsea shirt.
No, but Leon, what I'm saying.
Right through the middle of them defense.
No, but Leon, what I'm saying
to the back of the net.
Leon, what I'm saying to you is that
I get what you're saying, Mario. I get what you're saying. When you say we have yet to replace, we have yet to buy someone, but here's
Hazard
skill set or Hazard
profile. Stop. Here's where I disagree really with that because that's why you spend on a Kai and that's why you spend on a
Pulisic. But Kai and Pulisic aren't creators. That's the problem.
No, but they are.
Pulisic is more of a creator than Kai. Pulisic has more of an eye for a pass than Kai.
I wouldn't say that, bro. Kai was a playmaker in Leverkusen.
Yes, but Kai's playmaking abilities is best when he's used as a 10, not in the current formation that we're using him now as, which is as a false 9.
No, but you keep saying
to get the best out of Kai,
oh my God,
you have to do what Hansi Flick is currently doing in Germany.
No, but Leon, but you keep saying the whole false 9 thing, bro. I'm talking. If you have a full-fledged Chelsea squad where Lukaku is starting, right? I have Timo Werner as your second option as a fall, and we're using 3-4-3 as our formation. If I was to name 2 Chelsea 11s, I would not have Kai as a false nine. I am speaking about if we use him where we actually want to use him, which is off of Lukaku with either Mount or Pulisic with Lukaku, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the guys that you sign to be an X factor takeover player. Even if they're not doing it at the rate we want them to know, it's not like we didn't spend on that exactly. Which is why I said that, like, again, when, for example, look at the Champions League final, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kai wasn't dangerous for almost the entire day, but who scored the goal?
Kai.
But that's what I mean. The club doesn't need Hazard because we've moved on. Would it be better to have a player like Hazard right now? Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I'm saying is,
No, I'm not saying that we need him because I know we don't need him. I'm just saying a player of Hazard's profile, you slot Hazard into this team and instantly all of our attackers becomes way better than who they are right now.
yeah, because he draws so much attention to himself.
No, not just draw the attention, The fact that Hazard's passing ability, his vision and his creativity, he would unleash a Mount. He would unleash Kai. He would unleash Lukaku and he would unleash Werner.
No, but here's the thing, I don't want Hazard playmaking. That's the thing,
that would be his best role in this team.
I don't think so.
Unlock the abilities.
I don't think so.
And guess what? And out of all of our attackers, by Lukaku, Hazard and Lukaku are the only two who would be like, okay, let's take the burden and the pressure off you youngsters, and we will hold the burden.
No, but Leon, that's
but
why
but I know that which is wrong, because I know what you want to be done is that they need to understand and they need to know what it feels like to step up to the plate and to take responsibility.
No, Leon, it's not just that. It's not just that.
Which Mount is doing.
That's not what I'm speaking about. One, I know that Hazard isn't the player that he is. That's the first. Two, it's not about them stepping up. If Hazard was in this team, I don't want him playing. It's too much for him in the Premier League coming off of all that he did at Madrid.
You want him finishing?
Yes, that's all I need him for. Let Kai do the playmaking. Let Pulisic do the playmaking. If they don't do it now, when the hell they think about it? Make them do all of the heavy lifting. Let him finish. Make him and Lukaku. It's almost as if, right, let's say that you use Hazard, Kai in behind Lukaku, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you use Hazard and Kai in behind Lukaku.
Yeah.
Kai would have dropped deep as a number 10. And then him not have the burden of, okay, I need to score all the time, or I need to play make perfectly every time. Or him could have focused more on playing. So I don't think we don't have the passers, don't have the players, or anything like that. What I really feel from this team is that the reason why I would want to bring in Hazard on loan first is just one, forget Hazard some trophies. That's the first thing, in all three.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chelsea are already the favorites to win everything this year because of the depth that we'll have. If the depth actually starts to play.
It's we and City. That's.
I don't.
This is the first time.
I don't.
This is the first time where everybody is. Yeah, you don't put City in because of lack of a striker, but they can still win everything because they still have a team that can win everything.
I don't think they have that depth.
They do have the depth. They just don't have the depth in the striking department. They do have
name the depth. That's scary. That's scary. Like real scary.
Bro, they have Mahrez, Sterling, Bernardo Silva, Ferran Torres. They have Grealish, they have Foden, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Rodri, Fernandinho, Zivchenko, Walker, Cancelo, Stones, Laporte, Diaz. Like from start to finish, City, outside of us, City is the only other team that has quality depth and all of their players perform. And they've even left out Jesus. The only question mark in City.
That's why
the only question mark is a striker.
No, but Leon, that's
striker.
No, but Leon,
that's the only problem.
Yeah, here's the thing. I said name players that you fear. I don't fear any of those players in this.
Those are all world-class players. Those are all
No,
players
no,
that
no,
have
no, no,
won
no,
leagues
no, no,
before.
no, no. That's why I said name the players that you fear.
That you fear?
Yeah, like De
De
Bruyne.
Bruyne,
I get
Mahrez,
him.
Bernardo Silva.
No, I don't fear Bernardo
But
Silva.
Bernardo Silva is on fire right now.
No. I am a fan of Bernardo Silva. Don't get it twisted. That Benfica boy. Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up.
He's on fire.
I'm
Ruben
a,
Diaz is a top-class defender.
no, Leon. Oh my God, you're
Walker,
talking about stuff.
Cancelo. Oh Jesus, man.
Well, all of them would never beat all of them one in the finals with a squad with somewhat weaker than the squad.
Yes, we beat them in the final.
When them have a striker.
Yeah, we beat them.
Yeah, but my point is, all of these players.
Yeah, but Mario, you're acting like City can't. You're acting like this City team doesn't have the quality to not win everything. They have the quality.
I am not saying that they don't have the quality to do it. What I am saying is, I don't fear them taking anything from Chelsea because we have the formula to beat the City team.
Yes, but we have lost to that City team before, and we are struggling right now.
No, that's why I said I don't deny their quality. I know that they can beat us. I don't say
your argument, Mario, is the depth that we have, right?
No, not the depth.
But our depth means nothing if the players don't show up.
Leon, I'm not talking about the depth in this situation. What I'm saying is, one of the problems that many teams have against Man City, including Paris Saint-Germain, is that you don't have the formula to beat City. You have to just go. You just have to go up to them with whatever you have, and hope that you get the best of them from the day. So let's say that Liverpool and City clash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jurgen Klopp just have hopes that team style will get the best of the playing style from the day. Let's say that PSG go up against Man City, that was in the Champions League. We saw it in the first leg. We just have hopes that our strikers finish and for them and their players don't, right? We just have to hope. And in the second leg, Man City players are finished and PSG players are.
They lost.
Exactly. Chelsea is the only team that has even on the days where we lose to them, we never look like we're not in the game or like they're overwhelming us. We have the formula. We have the formula to beat City playing. There's very few teams that can nullify City, is what I'm saying. Chelsea's the only team that can, even on the days when they beat it, right? Even on the days when the goals have actually scored, right? And then beat it. We are the only team that I know that can nullify Guardiola's playing style. Meaning just with tactics. We're not even talking about the individual brilliance on the game. Name another team in Europe with a formula to beat City. Because to me, Bayern can beat them. But again, Bayern will beat them in terms of talent and maybe intensity. My playing style versus yours. The same thing that I said about Klopp. It's not that Klopp Liverpool cannot beat City. But him just have a hope that team style overwhelm to themselves on the day. Chelsea is the only team I know with a formula that can beat City. Even on the days when City are beat them. There's never a Man City Chelsea match in the past 2 years where Chelsea look completely out of match. It's usually all right. Them finish them chances. I just have to tip you off. That's what I'm saying. I don't deny their quality. Chelsea is the only team with a formula that can nullify them. PSG have to go into a shootout. Bayern may have to go into a shootout. Klopp definitely want a shootout. But Chelsea are the only team that can nullify Guardiola. What was great about Mourinho's
team? They shut him down.
They shut down Guardiola. There's a difference between, all right, I did just get the best of you on the day rather than I can stop you from doing what you do well. Because again, if two of us are good gunslingers, but my bullet reach your head before, like me shoot you in the hand, you shoot me in the hand, you shoot me in the foot, me shoot you in the foot, but oh shit, you just managed to get the headshot before me. But you still get shot up in it. But if me can stop you from shooting me at all and still put a bullet in your head, like the Champions League final, You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're the only team with a formula to beat you. Even if our players aren't playing at their best. So I do know that City can beat us. I'm not worried about it because of that reason. Not even our depth. We have a formula can beat it. Every other team has to go into a shooter. Maybe Bayern can slow them down and actually score goals with them. But like an actual formula where you can stop Guardiola's team from scoring whatsoever, only team in the world will have that formula right now is Chelsea. All right, let's run through the rest of the Champions League draw before wrap. So, any particular after the second draw, and again, I feel like we can bet on this. After the second draw, what's the most interesting match you want to watch for the quarters?
For quarter
sorry for the round of 16.
Round of 16? The most interesting match. PSG Madrid. Yeah,
Really?
PSG Madrid, yeah. I think Liverpool go take Inter to the cleaners.
Oh shit. You said that one. Yeah, like I said, Simeone.
Atletico Madrid versus United will be a snooze fest.
Really? Ragnick versus Simeone?
Yeah, it's gonna be a snooze fest because it depends. Like if Ragnick gets this United team playing some high tempo football, then it won't be a snooze fest. But looking at this United team, Ragnick have him work cut out for him. Like him have him work cut out for him. But I really think it's PSG Madrid.
Why PSG Madrid?
The old guard versus the new dogs from the blocky.
In what sense?
Well, let's see. Messi, Mbappe, and co. versus Vinicius and Benzema and co. That's an interesting matchup.
Really? Oh.
Yes. Because Madrid, the team going through a transition, rebuilding their team, versus the star-studded powerhouse.
That's why I don't understand why it's
of billions of dollars being spent.
No, but here's the thing.
Can Madrid send home Lionel Messi and co?
Hello.
Lionel Messi and co send home Madrid? Will Benzema and Vinicius teach them what the Champions League is all about? Or will Messi step up and put Madrid to the sword? It's a very
lot
of storylines.
Leon. If Madrid get
far more,
Leon, if Madrid get
Madrid is not getting no 10.
No,
First of all, Mario, the only way PSG beats Madrid is if individual brilliance of Messi and Mbappe and Neymar and co shows up. That's the only way they win.
That's the only way they win any football match.
Exactly. This Madrid team might be going through a transition, but they're playing as a team.
No. I'm not saying that they're a bad team. You don't get me wrong. I'm biased.
And Vinicius looks like him. Vinicius looks like him wake up this season and decides, all right then. A lot of persons expect me to be this
Leon, here's my
great player. Well, man, they're on a piece of farm.
No, I don't deny that. But here's the problem. I think this Madrid team isn't as good as it has.
They haven't been tested in the Champions League yet.
That's the point I was trying.
But every question that has been asked of them so far, they have answered.
No, but there's not.
And
no,
this
but
is going to be their biggest test so far.
No, but that's my point. Even last year, they didn't really get anybody to play until Chelsea, right?
Well, not really.
Because the Liverpool team they played was when everybody did injured and Klopp did just have to put out something.
Well, no, they still had the Salahs and the Manes and the Firminos.
No, but
the only injury was in the
back four. Remember them in the have to start like kids.
Yeah.
And they never have a defensive midfielder for a little bit and have to drop back Jordan Henderson.
Yo, Newcastle is so getting relegated.
Oh man, 200 million dollars. Big takeover. Big takeover.
Like, I'm here watching the highlights of the weekend, and then they play Leicester, and I'm like, yo, Y'all are so getting relegated.
Yeah, but like, all right. So the reason why I disagree about the PSG match is just because it's just because of the whole. I don't think this Madrid team is as good as they seem to a lot of people. I
No,
think
but
if
bro, a lot of persons know that this Madrid team is not as good as they look. But that's what makes it interesting because this PSG players, I be saying no team, this PSG is trying to do something that's never been done before.
yeah, but
They're trying
PSG,
to individual brilliance them way to a Champions League title.
yeah, but and I don't say that's going to happen. But what I'm saying is, at least with PSG, to me, PSG have a little bit more depth than Madrid. Slightly, like slightly more depth. But like you say, it's just let's say that Benzema and Vinicius don't score, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who else has really been doing anything for Madrid?
Asensio stepped up this season. Like I said,
No man,
Vinicius has stepped up.
over the past 3 years.
Mhm.
He's been consistently at a
Modric,
certain.
Cruz, Casemiro. Like I said, they're old. They are very old, but they
No, but
have
they're not.
stepped up.
But they're not producing at the same level that they were.
Well, of course, they're not producing the same level they are, but they have stepped up.
No.
And
I'm not.
Carlos, and funny, Carlos has made them very more pragmatic than in previous years.
Yes, I get that. But what I'm saying is, I think if there was a chance for a team to get blown out, it's this match. Now, of course, the 10 was an exaggeration. What if I got that podcast? I've at least try for me to think of it.
Yo, I
But
don't see Madrid losing by more than 2 goals if they lose. But
I see that.
I can see Madrid putting 3 past PSG.
I don't see that.
You want to know why Madrid go put 3 past PSG?
Oh,
And this is why PSG is very lucky. They're very lucky because PSG front three does nothing. And the entire pressure is on their midfield and their defense. Now, City was able to carve them open in both legs. It's just the second leg to take them chances. Say what you want about Cruz, Casemiro, and Modric, but if your front three ain't gonna press that midfield of Madrid, Verratti, Herrera, Parade, no matter who PSG will put in the midfield, they are not controlling that midfield over Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro. And the moment you allow Cruz, Casemiro, and Modric to dictate any game,
Leon,
it's over.
you see if this was even like a Cruz and Modric from like 2 years
Mario,
ago, not even
Mario,
Champions
it
League.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old they are.
No, Leon. If Verratti, Idris Gana, and Wijnaldum are currently in the PSG midfield, all right? Let's say that they start that midfield.
Mm-hmm.
You're not controlling that midfield over those things.
They will. You want to know why they will? No, you want to know why they will?
No, they're a better. Well, no, they're a better midfield as a
Mario, do you
trio.
want to know why they're going to control that midfield?
Why?
Because PSG front three is going to allow them to control that midfield.
I don't think that.
The only way, bro, Liverpool's front three is the best pressing front three in world football, right?
No, but that's pressing the back line.
And they could barely take the ball off those guys in midfield.
No, but again, your forwards aren't pressing the midfielders.
But your forwards have to help you.
No, your forwards are pressing the fullbacks and the centre backs so that they can link with the midfield.
So hold on. Okay, so when you allow PSG's Madrid's defense to link with their midfield properly.
No, but what I'm saying is that if they keep at least Cruz and Modric, if they at least keep Cruz and Modric at bay, that's why I've said Ghana, Wijnaldum, and Verratti. because at least Wijnaldum and Verratti can track those guys, or at least
Yeah, but
Ghana
yo,
gain
them
one.
go run up and down all over the place, but they're not the ball.
No, but listen, run up and down all over the place with who? A 30-year-old Cruz and a 36-year-old Madrid?
Because they're going to pass the ball around them.
No, but again, I think like Wijnaldum is a world-class midfielder, and so is Verratti. That's what I said.
Only
Like
Verratti has the technical capabilities of being able to resist, to be able to take the ball off of them. That's the problem. That's why you're not.
No,
looking at.
Wijnaldum does as well. No, granted, why not? What?
The same Wijnaldum barely even start much this.
Do you know that they use Wijnaldum most like in important games, right? They don't like start.
This entire PSG team, Mario, is disjointed from striking to defense.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
No, that's a lie. The most cohesive unit is them defense.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that I get that the attackers won't press, which is why Madrid's fullbacks would be a problem in my opinion.
Do you really think that Vinicius and Benzema is going to be missing chances where City miss in front of goal?
Yeah, but here's the difference. City have enough players for overcome that. Granted, against a team like Man City, you're not gonna get to win that. But I don't think this Madrid team is as good as or can do what PSG did to them. Sorry, what Man City did to PSG. I just don't think this Madrid team can.
Have them running around like headless chickens?
Yes, I just don't think this Madrid can do that. I don't say Madrid cannot beat them because again, Ancelotti is coaching the better team right now in terms of like team play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them that good of a squad that them can carve City open as them of a mind. I don't see either team as that good. Do I think Madrid will look like the better team on the days? Yes. I just think that PSG have enough. Like, for example, let's say that the first leg is held at the Parc de France, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could easily see a 4-2 in PSG's favor.
No, sir. Madrid's defense has been very sturdy this year. I don't see Madrid.
I
don't see Madrid conceding more than 2.
No, but against who? Against who?
It doesn't matter how good Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar want to be.
But Leon, that's what. Look what happened to them last year. What happened when they faced an actual team or actual players that can finish? They lost in the Champions League immediately.
We only lost. We only scored 2 goals.
And
well,
yeah,
three total.
Well, I'm glad you said that. And Chelsea's attack wasn't at its absolute best last year.
Well, Pulisic and Mount showed up.
Yeah, but in terms of even right now, sorry, not right now. Even last season, Chelsea's attack wasn't perfect.
And the reason why we were able to nullify Madrid's attack was because Kanté and Jorginho control their midfield.
Yeah, but it's not just that. We could nullify their attackers also.
And our defense is better than PSG's defense.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying, which is why I said I don't see them not scoring on PSG. That's why I said I can see a 4-2 at the Parc de France. I can see a 3-2 in favor of Madrid at the Bernabeu. That's why I said I don't think either teams are that good. I just think that PSG have a little bit more individual brilliance. That's why I said I don't think Benzema and Vinicius are going to go goalless. I don't think either team are like that good.
Too, when it comes down to, and experience is also a big factor in this as well. Like Madrid knows how to win knockout matches. They know how to do it. They know how to grind out a result in the knockout stages. It's just that they faced a Chelsea team last year that also knows how to grind out results.
Ramos, Messi, Di Maria.
Ramos might not even play. Like he's trying to get back fit.
No, we're not talking in terms of players who can tell a team how to win.
To grind out a win, only Ramos, because neither Messi or Di Maria has known if he's like to grind out a win. They've never been in that situation.
Wait about it.
to go to play hell, get down and dirty and grind it out. Whereas
Yes,
this
Di
is no
Maria.
longer a football match.
Yes, Di Maria. I won't give you Messi and Neymar because no, they haven't been in that situation. Neither has
When was
Mbappe.
the last time Di Maria had to grind out a win?
All the time with Argentina.
That's it, Archie.
Yeah. And even when he was at Benfica, because the Portuguese league is competitive them time.
Okay, fine. Like, yeah, Benfica.
No, but even
Argentina.
Argentina, like even Man U when he was at Man U, it wasn't that he didn't work hard. He even played as a wing back. Van Gaal even used Di Maria as a wing back. Like Di Maria is a grinder. Like I'll give you that Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe has never been.
Yeah, because you're right. That Di Maria works hard. I know that he works hard. He's in for the fight. The rest of the other, yeah, right. The next set, no.
Verratti, you give Verratti that arm as well.
Yes, Verratti, yes, Verratti, Wijnaldum,
Wijnaldum,
yes.
exactly.
These guys are up for a fight. Yes, they won't back down when it's no longer a football match anymore, but it's a game of physical intensity. But I just feel like you have more of these players in the Madrid team that is willing to throw them body on the line, to throw themselves on the line, to run themselves into the ground.
Other than Cruz, Modric, Casemiro, Alaba, Militao,
Benz,
Benzema.
Alaba, Militao, Carvajal, Courtois, the entire
I wouldn't say Carvajal.
Yes, Carvajal, because he's another one who's willing to also throw himself on the line, throw his body on the line to grind out a win. That's why I'm saying that they've been playing very, very pragmatic this season. Yes, they have not played anyone of super quality, and we get that, but they have that know-how, they have that experience where this Madrid team isn't afraid to run themselves into the ground to get the victory. Because as much as Chelsea beat them last season, it was still a high intense match between both teams. Both teams ran themselves into the ground to secure that win or to try to rescue the win.
Like I said, there was ever a chance for PSG blow at somebody.
PSG just counting that Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar show up and blow them away.
Of course, what else are they going to do? But that's why I said, like, if there was ever a chance to blow to anybody, like, this would be the chance. If there was ever a time for this Madrid team to get exposed, it would be this game. I just don't see
this game. Yeah.
And I don't say that they would stop Madrid.
Like, it's funny, like, if Ralph Rangnick got United playing how he had his Leipzig team playing, and they had faced PSG, they would have blown PSG away. If PSG had played Liverpool, like I told you, like I said it before, Liverpool can carve open PSG just like how City carved open PSG. The biggest difference is Liverpool is not missing those chances. So PSG is actually, they got a good draw in all intents and purposes. Because they're not playing a team that can carve them open and expose the lack of work rate from the front three. Hey, I even fancy Chelsea for carve them open.
No, there's teams that can. There's teams that can
carve open people.
Yeah, but there's teams that can carve open people like Man City and Chelsea. I don't believe that Madrid can carve this team open. Like constantly carving them open.
Carve them out because it's like I said, maybe if Cruz and Madrid was 2 years younger.
Yeah, like I'm not even talking about them Champions League winning years. If they were just a little bit more younger, then yeah, like they could have the energy for constantly and hard.
So I think it's just that. But
any other interesting matchups?
Oh, no, not really. Chelsea versus Lille, United versus Atletico Madrid is probably that's probably gonna be a snooze fest. Salzburg is going home. Sporting and City might be a good match.
This is one of those matches where I said I think Sporting might get exposed.
No, Sporting is definitely going to get exposed. The problem is Sporting can finish.
The problem is not 100% on them. Like for real. Like I love the coach because he was a former Benfica player and he's a good young coach. But
Sporting's coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, they play some good football.
No,
Ajax
like
is taking Benfica to the cleaners.
I wouldn't say that. This Benfica.
Ajax is taking Benfica to the cleaners.
No, they're not Besiktas. Don't disrespect me.
They're not Besiktas, but they're being taken to the cleaners.
They're not getting taken to the cleaners. So this Benfica.
All right, watch. Just watch. Just watch.
This Benfica team can match this Ajax.
Sure.
I'm 100% sure.
Villarreal, Juve, that's a snooze fest. Inter, Liverpool is taking Inter to the cleaners.
We call taking to the cleaners.
They're going to blow them away. It won't even be a competition.
We call blow them away.
Like 3-4.
Like 4-0?
Yes.
Oh, man, I see that.
So I see Liverpool take Inter to the cleaners, man. I think Liverpool will probably score 3. The first leg look like it's going to be at San Siro. So, well, the Gusti Pep Miegza. So probably 3-0 for Inter from Liverpool away, and then 3-0 at Anfield.
I don't see that. I agree
Inter
that
probably score 2. Then probably score 2 goals against them. But I agree
with them. I agree with Liverpool going through. I do not see Liverpool blowing up this team. And I don't see Ajax blowing up them. That's going to be a high scoring affair that I'm going to enjoy because they're both my teams. But this Benfica team can. I will get Bakary Jesus. Those are this. My coach came back, so the author is. We're actually a team this year. But that should be a high scoring affair that I enjoy. And the Chelsea-Lille match, I think the Lille are going to get exposed. I don't think this Lille team is as good as it was for their title winning campaign, despite
it
having
as good. It isn't.
And like I said, I don't see the Sporting team as good as they. This would be the match where if this would be the match where Sporting, where Ruben Amorim proves.
No, Sporting is going to lose, It's just that it's going to be exciting because Sporting won't sit back and defend. They will try to attack. And because they will try to attack, they will lose.
No, but you see, no. I see them getting blown out. That's the problem. Like for the matches that
yes, they can be blown away. Yes, they can be completely. They can be blown away. The problem is City's probably going to create 30 chances and maybe score 3 out of the 30.
No, but here's the thing. This is why I did bring up the whole Madrid thing. Sporting look good so far. They have not been challenged as it. And even when they were challenged against Ajax, like Ajax has been their biggest challenge and they lost.
And there's no away goals rule this year.
No problem with that. This is good. Well, yeah, this was my problem with the whole Madrid versus PSG thing. Like, yes, Sporting isn't a dog shit team. I'm not saying that. But because I think because of the performance or the teams that they've had to face so far this year, and they've beaten their rivals as well. We saw Madrid beat Atletico and Barca this year. We saw Sporting beat Porto and Benfica this year in the league at least. But those matches were like anomalies where everything went their way. In terms of Sporting, not Atletico. Like Madrid beat Atletico here completely outright, and then beat Barca outright as well. In terms of Sporting, they were just better on the day than Benfica. In terms of the Porto match, everything we just go for them. But in terms of like tested, they didn't play a good Dortmund team because Dortmund can't figure themselves out right now. They didn't play a good Besiktas team because brand new Besiktas team, all new players, deserve to get knocked out. And the one challenge they faced was Ajax, and Ajax beat them. Like this is one of those moments where I see like them getting blown out. Like you remember when Shakhtar used to face like teams in the round of 16 or in the quarterfinals? I think that's how a lot of people look at this Sporting team, and I don't think that's what they are. And I see City blowing them out completely.
Well, like I said, I have no cons against that. I can see that happening as well.
And who's Salzburg playing? Who's Salzburg playing?
Salzburg is playing Bayern. Like they're over.
That will be an entertainment. Salzburg are the under team. Love watching them play. So that's what. All of the other matches. We said Villarreal, Juventus. That should be interesting. You and I, Emery, will not make it a lose. Even if Juventus tries to make it.
It's
All right, that's
gonna
what
be a
from.
snooze fest.
I don't disagree with that. But if I don't see it as 100%, like definitely going to be a success. But I could say that I definitely wouldn't like rule at all. The one that I'm sure is going to be a success is the United. United are playing.
United, Atletico.
Yeah, that I'm not.
Come on, snooze fest that man.
I am not going to. All right, that's where we are for today. Check us out on anywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. That's anchor.fm/live sports where you can find the 90th minute Whistle podcast. And then you can go over to our Patreon. I think that's what patreon.com/live sports, where you can subscribe to get our sports podcast, the Live Sports podcast.